Good morning, friends. I welcome you all once again in the journey of Indian financial system. It is the SDC subject for your semester first, Indian financial system. Right? In the last lecture, we studied about what is the Indian financial system is made up of. What is the actual concept of Indian financial system? As you know, the finance is the backbone of any economy. And our Indian financial system is divided into four categories. One is the financial institute, second one is the financial market, third one is the financial instrument, and the last one is the financial services. Okay, regarding this, all the notes will be provided by me after the completion of this chapter. You just have to first learn what are the concept, and whenever I pass the notes, you have to read it and note down in a separate book. You have to maintain the separate book for the Indian financial system, mind it, because after completion of first chapter I will check all that notes through the Google Classroom. So you have to maintain the separate book for the Indian financial system, because it will be the subject, it will be asked for the theory for the 40 marks only, but 60 marks, for the 60 marks you have a practical, and for that you require that notes as well to fulfill your projects and to fulfill your home assignments. So whenever I pass the notes, you have to read it again, clear your concept, and then only you should note down in a separate book. Okay, in this lecture we are going to study the next content of the chapter is financial institute. Means, first of all we study what is the Indian financial system, then we study the classification of Indian financial system, and amongst this the first financial Indian financial, the tool of the Indian financial system is the financial institutes. In your language, as per your 12th knowledge, you can see that Indian financial institutes means banking सेक्टर. जर मी तुम्हाला विचारलं, मुलांनो भारतामध्ये आपल्या अर्थव्यवस्थेमध्ये पैसे द्यायचं काम कोण करतं, कर्जानं पैसे पुरवायचं काम कोण करतं, तर पहिलं तुमच्या 12वीच्या नॉलेजनुसार तुम्ही पटदेशील म्हणू शकता की मॅडम फक्त बँकिंग सेक्टर. ओके, in this chapter we have to study which are the financial institute working under Indian economy. The banking sector is there. As you know, there are various types of bank. The one is the apex level institute, means the apex bank. In the 12th standard you studied about Reserve Bank of India is nothing but the central bank of economy. Second one, you have to study about the development financial institute. Development financial institute is nothing but the institute who are engaged to provide the industrial credit only and the long term finance only for the industrial development. The third one is the commercial bank. You heard about it and you study about it as well in the 12th standard. Commercial bank chapter was there. In this chapter you studied about what is the commercial bank, what are the functions of commercial bank. Okay, the third is the non-banking financial institutes. There are organized and unorganized sector are there, and the last one is the cooperative bank. Means, first of all you have to clear that in the first lecture we studied about the Indian financial system. That Indian financial system again categorized into four parts. Banking sector, that is a financial institute. Then financial market. Third one is the financial instruments, and last one is the financial. Day by day and slow by slow we going to study these all types also. But in this lecture we focused on only financial institutes. Is nothing but a bank. How many banks are there? Apex level bank is there, development bank is there, commercial bank is there, non-banking financial institutes are there, and cooperative banks are there. Nowadays you also heard about the private bank, foreign bank, payment bank, small finance bank. Number of financial inclusion done in the financial institute, but here just you have to focus on these name. Later on we will add various types of payment bank, small finance bank into it. What is the apex level bank? Apex level bank is nothing but the central bank. Okay, central bank which have the control over all the banking sector. Reserve Bank of India is the apex institute in India who controlled all the banking sector in economy. But most of the time Reserve Bank of India cannot bear the load of supervising the function of cooperation, supervising the functions of import export. Small industries are there, so they separate their subsidiaries in the year of 1982. These are the part of Reserve Bank of India, no doubt, but it is separated from the RBI as a subsidiary, and the separate function is given to that authority. The first authority is NABARD. NABARD, that National Bank for Agriculture and Rural Development, was established in 1982, which you already studied in the SP and OCM. Okay. The second one is the SIDBI is there. SIDBI in the sense Small Industrial Development Bank of India. These are also established to providing the finance for the industrial development only. These are the type of development bank. Okay. It is separated. It is a subsidiary actually, and RBI give them a finance for their special functions as well. Next one is the Import-Export Bank. That is the Exim Bank, is also separated from the RBI in the 1982 as a subsidiary, which will just focused on the promoting the finance or providing the finance for the import-export purpose. And National Housing Bank is there. Means these are the apex institute in that particular sector. Next one is the All India Development Financial Institute. Development Financial Institute means those are engaged into the industrial finance and industrial growth. All India Development Financial Institute promote at the national level to ensure industrial growth. Always remember, development bank are engaged into industrial loan. The industrial growth in the economy by providing extensive financial control. What was the motto? What was the motto behind it? The establishment of the development bank is to provide the huge quantity finance, because if you want to establish the industry, you require huge finance, and that at that time commercial bank was not entertained to the new industrialist, and hence the development institutes are established to provide the industrial finance. Which are the entities are included into developmental finance? First is the IFCI. IFCI is the Industrial Finance Corporation of India. It was established very earlier after independence in the 1948. Next, the IDBI came into existence. IDBI is the Industrial Development Bank of India. This name you heard many times. You saw that bank as well. But it was started as an industrial development bank. It was started as the Development Financial Institute. But now it became a universal. So it deals with the you and me. पहिल्यांदा जेव्हा IDBI आली तेव्हा ती डेव्हलपमेंट इन्स्टिट्यूट म्हणूनच आलेली होती. द मेन फंक्शन काय होतं त्यांचं? टू प्रोव्हाइड फायनान्स फॉर द इंडस्ट्रियल ग्रोथ ओनली. बट नाव इट बिकम द युनिव्हर्सल. सो इट डील्स विथ यू अँड मी. आता आपण सुद्धा तिथं खातं उघडू शकतो. आपल्याला इथनं कर्ज म्हणजे युनिव्हर्सल बँक झालेली आहे. नेक्स्ट आहे ICICI. ICICI इज द इंडस्ट्रियल क्रेडिट अँड इन्व्हेस्टमेंट कॉर्पोरेशन ऑफ इंडिया. That bank is not only provide the loan, but they also invest in your project. Is nothing but a ICICI. It is also the Development Financial Institute. And Unit Trust of India. These are the type of development financial institutes. Apart from that, at the state level also, the State Finance Corporation, State Industrial Development Corporation also established for the development of the industry of that particular state. Okay, first of all, you clear that which is the Apex Institute. Apex Institute is the Reserve Bank of India for all, but in 1982 they separate their subsidiaries as per their functions. So the NABARD came into existence, Exim came into existence, SIDBI is there, NHB is there. Okay, on the other side, the second point is Development Financial Institute. Development Financial Institute are established for industrial growth. You have to write down that PPT as it is, because it explains huge points. You can write down the question, what is the, explain the banking sector in Indian economy. You can write that slide as well. Okay. The next content is which are the tools or which are the banks under the Industrial Finance Corporation, that is IFCI, IDBI, ICICI and Unit Trust of India. Right. The next one is now the commercial bank, and it is the most favorite bank to you and me, because we are deals with that bank only. We are not going to NABARD, we never going to the Reserve Bank of India, because these banks are not deals with us, you and me, never entertain individual. But who entertain us? The commercial bank entertain us. What is the structure of commercial bank? Right down, you can see in the diagram as well. Scheduled banks are there and non-scheduled banks are there. Scheduled banks are further divided into public sector bank, private sector bank, foreign bank and regional rural bank. These are the types of commercial bank only. Public sector in the sense government undertaking, large number of stake hold by the government. जेव्हा एखाद्या बँकेमध्ये जास्तीत जास्त सरकारचे शेअर्स असतात त्याला आपण पब्लिक सेक्टर बँक असं म्हणतो. ज्या बँकेमध्ये प्रायव्हेट एंटिटीचे जास्त शेअर्स असतात त्याला आपण प्रायव्हेट बँक असं म्हणतो. Like a Yes Bank, Axis Bank is the great name in the sector of private banking. Foreign banks are there. Foreign banks are means they have the head office in the foreign countries and their branch in the India is nothing but a foreign bank. And regional rural bank, Pradeshik Gramin Bank are established for the understanding the scarcity of particular region and provide them a finance. And it is also sponsored by this commercial bank. Regional rural bank स्थापन करायच्या मागचा हेतूच हा होता की ॲग्रिकल्चर डेव्हलपमेंट करायची, त्या त्या प्रदेशाची गरज समजून घ्यायची. आता लेट वी कन्सिडर वी आर रिसाइड इन वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र. द नीड ऑफ वेस्टर्न महाराष्ट्र इज ऑफ द प्री हार्वेस्टिंग and post harvesting loan. Our regional rural bank providing such a types of loan. If we are reside in a Vidarbha Marathwada, there is a famine is there. At that area irrigation loan is mostly demanded. Means the regional rural bank are established for the particular region to understand the scarcity. Scarcity means तिथली मर्यादा, तिथं गरज काय, you have to understand, and as per their need you have to provide the finance. Is nothing but the regional rural bank. And for that regional rural bank in 1975 it was established actually. And what's the main motto? To provide the finance as per the need of that particular region. But here the lack of funding problem is there, and hence all the commercial banks are worked as sponsor bank to the regional rural. प्रत्येक commercial bankanनी त्यांना sponsorship करायची. Okay, public sector means government undertaking. State Bank of India is the biggest public sector bank. It is the largest bank who having the largest branches in the Asia continent, that is SBI, and there are 6 groups. Okay, next one, Nationalized Bank are the public sector banks, nothing but. The private sector banks are the old private sector banks and new private sector banks. Private sector banks like Yes Bank is there, Axis is there. These are the types of private bank. All these banks are the part of commercial bank. Commercial bank basically divided into schedule and non-schedule. Schedule in the sense those having those banks include into the Reserve Bank of India's schedule first are called as scheduled bank. ओके, शेड्यूल बँक इन द सेन्स तुमच्या माझ्या भाषेत जर बोलायचं झालं तर ज्यांच्या बॅलन्स शीटचा उल्लेख रिझर्व्ह बँक ऑफ इंडियाच्या बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये होतो त्याला शेड्यूल बँक असं म्हणायचं. दॅट्स इट. त्या शेड्यूल बँक पुढं फर्दर डिवायडेड इंटू पब्लिक सेक्टर अँड प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर. पब्लिक सेक्टर म्हणजे गव्हर्नमेंट अंडरटेकिंग, प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर मीन्स मोस्ट ऑफ द शेअर्स होल्ड बाय द पर्टिक्युलर इंडिव्हिज्युअल or the private owner is there. Okay, commercial bank concept is cleared. The next content is example of commercial bank. You can see. Okay, which are the commercial bank work in our India, that is coming from the foreign as well. Private and foreign are there. Okay, it will not ask for the examination, but you should know about it. Next, the schedule. What is the definition of schedule? The banks whose name is included into the second schedule of RBI Act 1934. Whatever the act enacted in the 1934, whose name was RBI Act 1934. In that law, those bank having the name in the second schedule are known as a they are known as the scheduled bank. What are the conditions for scheduled bank? The paid up capital and reserve capital not less than 5 lakh rupees. Satisfaction of RBI all affairs and not conducted by the bank's way jeopardize to the interest of the depositors. Means you have to follow all the rules and regulation given by RBI. The next is depositors of the bank are covered under the deposit insurance schedule up to the 1 lakh rupees, and majority of bank in India except the few scheduled commercial bank. Okay, means commercial bank. First of all, you have to understand what is the schedule. Schedule means those having the name in the Reserve Bank of India's second schedule. आणि साध्या शब्दात जर लक्षात द्यायचं झालं तर रिझर्व्ह बँक ऑफ इंडियाच्या बॅलन्स शीटमध्ये ज्यांची बॅलन्स शीट येते अशा सगळ्या बँकांना आपण शेड्यूल बँक असं म्हणतो. And non-schedule means those does not having the naming in the second schedule. Private sector, जसं मी तुम्हाला सांगितलं, private sector in the sense those having the highest stakeholder, the private owner has a highest stakeholder. For the private bank, you require minimum capital 300 crore. Okay, and even you are a private, you have to follow the rules and regulation given by RBI. Mind it. नाहीतर तुम्ही म्हणाल की मॅडम माझी बँक आहे, प्रायव्हेट आहे, माझं मी बघेन. नॉट ॲट ऑल. यू आर वर्किंग इन द टेरिटोरी ऑफ RBI. सो वेदर यू आर पब्लिक ऑर प्रायव्हेट, यू हॅव टू फॉलो द रूल्स अँड कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट. कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट म्हणजे जे तुम्हाला एक नियमावली दिलेली आहे ती तुम्हाला फॉलो करावीच लागते. त्यानंतर ओल्ड प्रायव्हेट बँक्स आहेत. प्रायव्हेट बँक्समध्ये कॅथलिक सिरियन आहे, सिटी युनियन आहे, धनलक्ष्मी, ING वैश्य, जम्मू काश्मीर, लक्ष्मी विलास बँक, नैनिताल बँक, रत्नाकर बँक, साऊथ इंडियन बँक, तमिळनाडू मर्कंटाईल. न्यू प्रायव्हेटमध्ये कोणकोणते आहेत बघा. ॲक्सिस इज द डॉमिनंट इन द प्रायव्हेट सेक्टर. डेव्हलपमेंट क्रेडिट बँक, HDFC, ICICI इज ॲज वेल, इंडसइंड बँक, कोटक महिंद्रा अँड येस बँक. Which are the public sector? Public sector are nothing but when the majority stake are held by government. Okay, now there are total 27 PSB, 19 nationalized plus 6 State Bank of India's group, first IDBI Bank, other the public sector and Indian banks near about. Bharatiya Mahila Bank is also merged into this data we will renew it again, but Bharatiya Mahila Bank is merged into SBI. Okay, what is the foreign bank? The bank which has the parental office in a foreign country and they have working in India. Like this, मी तुम्हाला म्हटलं की त्याचा हेड ऑफिस एका अदर कंट्रीमध्ये आणि त्याची ब्रांच तुमच्या इथे आहे. दे वर्किंग अंडर युअर इकॉनॉमी इज नथिंग बट द प्रायव्हेट बँक. Even you are a foreign bank, you are working under the RBI's territory, so you have to follow all the rules and regulations given by RBI. Always remember. Okay, the next one is the list of foreign bank. AB बँक लिमिटेड आहे, बँक ऑफ सिलॉन आहे, बँक ऑफ नोवा स्कोटिया आहे, केलियॉन बँक, सिटी बँक इज देअर, डस्चे बँक इज देअर, DBS बँक इज देअर, बँक ऑफ बहरेन कुवेत, बँक ऑफ अमेरिका. नंबर ऑफ बँक्स आर देअर. What are the non-banking financial companies? Always remember. What is the non-banking financial companies? In the last lecture, we studied about the banking sector. Okay, banking sector in the sense, again, we focused on the four concept of the banking sector is nothing but apex level institute, development financial institute, commercial bank, non-banking financial company and cooperative bank. In the next lecture we studied about the non-banking financial institutes, but here you have to just focus which are the financial institute. These five are the financial institutes. Amongst these, first we studied about the apex institute is nothing but a NABARD, but in 1982 they separate their entities are given in a green color. NABARD is there, SIDBI is there, EXIM is there, NHB is there. Okay, the next content is All India Development Financial Institute. Which are the development financial institute is given in a green color, that is Industrial Finance Corporation, Industrial Development Bank of India, Industrial Credit Investment and Unit Trust of India. Next we studied about commercial bank. Commercial bank means the structure of the commercial bank is the schedule and non-schedule. Schedule is further divided into public and private, foreign and regional rural. These are the structure of commercial bank. These are some example given in the slide, but instead of the example you should clear what are the meaning of schedule and non-schedule. Those having the name in the second schedule of RBI Act are called as schedule bank. Is nothing but those having their inclusion in the balance sheet of RBI is a schedule bank, and those does not having their inclusion in the balance sheet of RBI is a non-scheduled bank. Private sector bank in the sense those having the large stakeholders by the private entities. Okay, some examples is there. Public sector means larger majority stakeholder by the government. Okay, and the foreign bank is there. Foreign bank is there means those having the head office in their parental country and working in India. But whether you are private or the foreign, you have to follow all the rules and regulation given by RBI. These are the some list of foreign banks. And in the next lecture, we are going to study what is the non-banking financial institute. In the next lecture, we will focus on it. Okay, thank you.